Hi there, lovely people. Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's approaching towards midnight. Very soon it's going to be early morning. I'm going to have a couple of reviews for you today. One is a list, another one is a full on review. This first episode, I want to do that full on review, the initial impression on a fragrance that I actually found recent times, and this fragrance is no longer, I think, available, discontinued fragrance. But this one has a lot of good memories with me. One thing. Second thing is this fragrance is like from House of Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is a house for me. Before I start the review, just want to talk about this house. Very close to my heart. I'm pretty sure many of you who started off your collection somewhere in the 90s, 2000s, or late 2000s, you actually collected fragrances like Hugo Boss Bottled, Hugo by Hugo Man, many other fragrances. They have a lot of fragrances. Hugo Boss has a lot of great fragrance under their belt. Nowadays, they have the scent. But this fragrance right here is called Hugo Boss Man Soul. Okay, it's a 90 ml version. I found it recently, luckily. These fragrances are not sold everywhere. A little bit going high in price, I guess. But I bought it because the smell kind of got me nostalgic. I remember a lot of my good times. Like what I was doing back then. I didn't never bought it, but I think one of my friends he had it, so we'll talk about it. So Hugo Boss, I was just telling you before I start the review, just really apologizing, but it's kind of like Hugo Boss. To me, it feels like kind of like a infatuation for middle class people. Why? Because Hugo Boss is kind of like got the range for people that they are not supremely expensive, like the $40-$50 tops. Nowadays a little bit more, but in general $55 to $60 you can get their fragrances full bottle, and every now and then, every year, the wives give it to their husbands, or the vice versa, during the holiday seasons or birthdays or anniversaries. People tend to give Hugo Boss fragrances to each other because these are not supremely expensive. So general people, like someone in the middle class, upper middle class, these are the kind of people who actually have a lot of sentiments. And Hugo Boss bottle, it's like a emotion in a bottle. That's kind of phase, right? So I actually had seen my mom used a lot of the other Hugo Boss fragrance as well in Malaysia days. So here we go. This is basically a very simplistic presentation, kind of dark, fades down a little bit here, silver. It says Boss. It kind of looks like a body sprays box, but it's actually a full-on EDT. It's a 90 ml version. This fragrance, it's I think back in that time it would cost something like $45-$55, not really super expensive. But now, since discontinuation, perhaps the price will go high. And I have trusted tea because I just woke up. Season is changing here. It's like a little bit warm. You have to really keep yourself okay. Drink a lot of water. So the thing is, next part is the presentation is the bottle. Here's the bottle. Really, I would say some people look at this, they'll be like, hey, it's a feminine perfume, because Hugo Boss do have some of the fragrances, they look like, like that bottle. Sorry, some of the bottles are bothering me here. Yeah. So here, there's a fragrance called Hugo Boss Red, I think, or something for women. Long time back, it kind of has this bottle, but this is for men. It says Soul simply at the side. And here, the juice color, I think, is a little bit greenish amber, maybe due to time it changed. The side, it says Hugo Boss. Okay, Hugo Boss. And cap looks like that, kind of like a 1/4 of a circle. Okay, that's about it as a 90 ml. What I notice about this sprayer is kind of not that good, so oh man, difficult to take it out. Okay, so the sprayer, let me show you. I don't want to waste the juice. I'll show you on my hand how it sprays. Sometimes it's not really how to say, consistent. You see, sometimes it wants to spray, sometimes it doesn't want to spray. But anyway, it sprays. That's the most important thing, but not really big fan of the sprayer. So let's get to this fragrance. Why did I decide to get it? It got me nostalgic. One of my friends used to have it back in the days, and he used to wear it all the time. I would get like this nice, sort of like a mild, spicy, sweet scent. In Malaysia, fragrance do not last because of the high humidity and all that. And I smelled it on him, and I'm like, what are you wearing? It smells so nice, And he would say, like, one of the Hugo Boss, he doesn't remember the name. So I went to his house one time. Used to live in Ampang Hilir. Those who live in Malaysia, they would relate. His father used to work for the embassy, Bangladesh embassy. So I saw him in his drawer. He's like almost this much left on the bottle. And he's like, he uses like gym, goes out. Back in the days, we just used perfume. So I finally saw like, oh, this is called Soul. Okay, fine. Then I looked for it in Bangladesh. I didn't find it that many shops. So Hugo Boss, another fragrance, I think there's there. Hugo Boss Select. I think I want to try that. also good fragrance. So this is the time, like this is how fragrances transports memory, so the day I smelled it, back then, and then when I smelled it recent times, it just immediately brought back my friend's memory, our days we used to play cricket and all that. This has that vibe, it's just the opening is very sweet, and I'll talk about it. I'll break it down, the notes, what I get, and longevity, if it's worthy of your time, if it's similar to something else. First thing, when you spray this, you get this huge, beautiful opening. I mean, like, I'm in love with this opening. The opening has this mandarin orange sort of opening, but it has some spices. Secondary note that I get from it more prominent is cinnamon. Okay, some people say there's this pepper, there's cardamom, there's a hint of cardamom in there, but it's less cardamom than the cinnamon. Cinnamon is a big player in here. Okay, so you get kind of like a fruity, sweet opening, and it slowly turns into something. Kind of, you can say, amber. It does have like a powdery effect, something like the warmth of Lanston de Guerlain, Liege. Yes, big names. And some of the David Beckham perfumes also has this ambery sweetness, got this woody, not smoky. It's a sweet, basically sweet, woody, spicy kind of fragrance. And that's what, to my nose, I get. So some people say it's oriental, some sort of vanillic property. Yeah, it also has some vanillic property. So those are the four major players in this fragrance. So if you like those kind of description, that it's kind of a simple, laid back, back in the time, like right now, if you're 40, if you're a father of your children and all that, back in the days, I'm pretty sure you're unmarried, you're single, and then you wore this, this fragrance smells like your friends, university days, college days, you go to class. Those who used it can relate, I guess. Okay, so it's a very nostalgic fragrance. Okay, the performance and longevity on this, I get about 3.5 hours. Okay, longevity in total, I tested thoroughly. I got on my shirt like 4 hours and a half, but it doesn't push more than that. So it's kind of like a moderate longevity and projection, but projection, I'll tell you projection. When I wore it, going for the walk, it was very breezy. It was a warm day, but it was very breezy day. So at the same time, kind of humidity and kind of like breeze, you feel a little bit burning, but at the same time, the breeze cools you down, and you can wear the mask, and the first hour, you can still smell it through your mask. Okay, that projection is just beautiful. If there's breeziness, if there's breeze, this fragrance will project and people will smell you. I can tell you ideal situation to wear this if you're going to get into bed. Okay, spray some of it near your pillow, or if you're let's say you're going to get cozy with your partner and stuff, this is an excellent fragrance for that intimate time. Okay, so these are the ways this fragrance is very special. In my humble opinion, some people might find this fragrance very simple. I would say I hold a little bit different sentiment. I think it's a very precious smelling fragrance. It's not doing anything crazy. I smelled this DNA in other fragrance, but I cannot tell this is a clone of something. Nowadays, they don't make fragrances that smell this good. I mean, they do, but our time, we keep saying our time. I keep saying that this fragrance definitely brings back memories. Amazing smell. For the smell, I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, such a good. I think this is one of the best Hugo Boss fragrances I actually ever purchased. Okay, and if you find this somewhere, I think it's not going to be more than $55, $60. If you get lucky, you can get it under $45. Okay, it would be a good price for it. Just only thing I would say is 90 ml, a little bit less juice. 100 ml would be just perfect, but nonetheless, it's a nice smelling perfume. So this fragrance reminds me of that one, that David Beckham, some of the David Beckham ones, Lanston de Guerlain, that spicy, masculine, cinnamon. Is this star anise? I don't know, but there's definitely like some sort of like a peppery vanilla going on. So if you like those kind of fragrance like Armani Code, you definitely like this. This is the same type, La Nuit de l'Homme. It belongs in the same family. So just because it's Hugo Boss, people would not give it the credits that this one deserves. Okay, so despite that longevity issue, that 4 hours, whatever, I will say this is a 9 out of 10 fragrance. Okay, very surprising. It smells so nice. If you don't have that complex of designer versus niche, it's at Hugo Boss. If you don't have that in your head, if you're just a simple person, happy person who like to enjoy simple things in life, this perfume will appeal to you. So yes, high rating for a fragrance from House of Hugo Boss. Check it out, Hugo Boss Man Soul. I'll give it 9.5 out of 10. Thanks very much for watching. Time to move on to the list that you guys are waiting for. Take care. Bye-bye.